What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D back with you once again, and today I don't really do story times, but today I got a story to tell you. And I wore this shirt for a particular reason. Shout out to my man Kevin Van Voris. If you have not subscribed to his YouTube channel, make sure you do so. I'll link that in the description below. But I thought this was a fitting shirt to wear on the topic that we're going to talk about today. So let's go. What's going on, my YouTube family? So today I had to get La Fonda out. It is a beautiful day out, roughly about 65 degrees or something like that. Sunny skies. It's been raining so much lately. Raining just a little bit too much. So today, everybody, I don't normally do just kind of a talk time or anything like that, or story time, if you will. But today I think I have to talk to you guys, because this is something that's been on my mind for a very long time. And just some of the comments and stuff that I see online, I just said I needed to at least get it off my chest. First, I want to say, Blenders eyewear, these glasses, I love them. As you know, I've probably been wearing these since I've been vlogging. And so make sure you go and check out blenderseyewear.com. Make sure you use the promo code DZRD16 for 16% off your entire order. So I love these glasses, love them. And so what I wanted to talk about today is something that happened to me a couple years ago, before I ever had a Corvette. And so there was a car show that I went to. I think it was the first year that I had gone, and it's the NRA car show that happens in Fairfax, Virginia. And I had, I had, at that time, I was wanting a Corvette so bad. I couldn't afford one, but I was working towards getting one. Saving up money and just kind of doing my research on them. And it was always one in particular that I just had to have. And that was a 3LZ Z06 in Laguna Blue. That was essentially my dream car at that time. And so this gentleman by the name of Dave, we're good friends now, but his name is Dave. I met him for the first time there at that particular car show, and he had a Laguna Blue Z06, and I was in awe of this car, and I just wanted to talk to him and ask him everything I could about the car and let him know that I knew everything about the car. But from a driver's perspective and an owner's perspective, I wanted to know what it was like owning that particular car. And so, like I said, I was wearing this particular shirt today because, and this shirt says Dream Chasers, and that's one of Kevin Van Voris's mottos or whatnot, Dream Chasers. And so it got me. I said I should talk about this today, and I'm gonna wear the shirt because it falls right in line with what this is, and that's about chasing dreams. Now, so back to the story. So Dave, I told him everything about the car, and he was like, man, he was pretty impressed. And I was like, I really want it. He was like, well, do you want me to start it up? Do you want to, sit in it? And I was like, hells yeah. Who's gonna pass up an opportunity like that? And so he revved the car for me, and I actually I have some footage that I'll insert in there right now, Dave. That first time that I met him.
That's good.
It sounds off when you get on it. So Dave, like I said, was so accommodating. I appreciated everything that he did there at the car show. In a way of, allowing me to sit in it and just talking to me about the car. you know, sometimes people get all up in arms when people are sitting there asking them questions about the car, and other people, they thrive in it. They want to engage people who are excited about their car. And this was Dave. So after that car show, fast forward 2.5 years later, I never saw Dave again after that car show. So for 2.5 years, never saw him again until one day he was at a Cars and Coffee. It was either a Cars and Coffee or another car show. I can't remember exactly what it was, but that's besides the point. So I started talking to Dave, and I was like, Dave, do you remember me, man? I was like, because I saw his Z06. It was the same one. I was like, hey, man, I came up to you, me and my girlfriend at the time. You know, we were talking to you, and, you know, he was like, yeah, man, I remember you. How you doing? I was like, I'm doing great, man. I was like, I finally got a Corvette. He was like, what? He was like, no, get out of here. I was like, yeah, man, you know, it took a while, but I finally got it. And he was like, where's it at? Where's it at? I want to see it. And I was like, it's that ZR1 that's over there. He was like, get out. A 2019 ZR1. And he was like, you know what? I am so happy that I saw you. Because right after I had met you that day, and I'll never forget this, he says, right after you talked to me that day, a gentleman came up who was listening in on the conversation between us two. He was listening, and he came up to me for whatever reason and said, you know what? That guy's never going to own that car. He's never going to own this car. People, you know, they get here at the car shows and talk about what they want and what they're going to have. And he was like, he's one of those guys who, he's not going to own that car. He's not going to have. So it was crazy that he remembered me. One. What was even crazier is that someone who doesn't know me from a can of paint felt the need that they needed to basically tell him what they felt about my capability to own one of those cars. Don't know me at all, but yet I don't know if it was through what I had on that day. Which when I go to car shows or we're just out and about, I'm usually wearing decent stuff, so I don't think it was that. I don't know if it was, you know, my skin color. Could be. That's definitely a possibility. I try to think more about people than to believe that they will judge me by the color of my skin, but I know it's there. So that's a possibility. But regardless of what it was, the fact that he decided that he would tell Dave that I was never going to be able to own this car, once he told me that, you know, at first I was pissed, because I work hard. I work hard for everything that I have. I work hard, you know, in school. I worked hard to get my degree. I worked hard while I was in the Marine Corps for over 20 years. And the fact that this man, but to go to Dave and tell him that, you know, it kind of ticks me off at the time. Now I'm just like, you know what? Why even care? You know, this man is just so miserable that he felt the need to try to demean me in a way to try to, I don't know, make himself feel better. That's the only thing I can come up with. And I've been seeing a lot of this online. My buddy Rick, Corvette Conti, he actually kind of experienced something like that in the way of, I forgot what vlog it was, but he had stated that someone gave him grief, kind of questioned his enthusiasm for a Corvette because he never owned one. And so basically he was getting Corvette shamed. And I'm like, how can you, when has owning something been a prerequisite for being able to be an enthusiast about something? You know, it's okay to dream. Why do people decide that they will, you know, if somebody has a dream, that they can shit on it, basically, because they may not be where they are, or they have some type of elitist attitude about whatever. But when I heard that about Rick, I was like, are you kidding me? How can somebody tell you you're not an enthusiast? You've been selling these Corvettes for 25 years, And just because you're not able to own one, or that you haven't owned one, that doesn't make you an enthusiast. That is just so asinine to me. And so I see people on Facebook and different forums, and, you know, some people are, you know, shaming them because they don't have a car. They're coming to the group to try to learn about the car, to try to make a more informed decision about the car that they want to purchase. But a lot of people will come up and just say, oh, do you even own a Mustang, or do you even own a Corvette, or what have you? Now, I know some people will joke around and some people will play, but there are actually some people out there who totally feel this way, feel that they are better than another person because they have a car or have something that they want to obtain. And I don't get it. So, like I said, it is totally fine to dream. Dreams are what makes people work harder. Dreams are what makes people great. If you don't have a dream or something that you're trying to obtain, a lot of times you just do the status quo to kind of get by. But when you're passionate about something, and passionate about obtaining something that you can't yet get, it makes you work that much harder. There are so many kids out there and people who want certain things. They want a nice home, they want a nice car, or what have you, and they're busting their ass. They're out there working 90 to 100 hours every 2 weeks, just trying to do everything they can to obtain those goals. And I'd rather be around someone who is goal-oriented and who has a drive to do something, rather than someone who already has everything and it's, you know, and they didn't work a day in their life. Or a person who doesn't have or couldn't obtain anything that they wanted. So in order to make themselves feel better, they'll go and start pooing on the next person who's trying to do better. And yeah, it's just a sad state of affairs. It's a sad way that the society is treating people who are, you know, trying to be innovative or trying to do something a little bit different. There's a bunch of people online who I actually think they hate YouTubers. And regardless of what you believe, you know, clickbait, or it's a waste of time, why are you doing this? That person is trying to do something that they probably have dreamed about doing. And yeah, not everybody has the greatest content. I know some of the stuff that I do isn't the greatest, but I try. I try to put myself out there, and I tell you what, it takes a lot more courage to put stuff out there, put a product out there that you're trying to push and get people to buy off on, than it does to just sit back and ridicule somebody else who's trying. You know? And so that's just that's really just something that I wanted to bring to people's attention, man. It kills me that in this day and age, people are that hell-bent on killing somebody's dream. So, like I said, once again, shout out to my man, Kevin Van Voris. He had a dream. This guy has opened up, or is about to open up, this huge freaking sports complex, sports facility. Just moved out from his old building, and I mean, the complex that he has built now is massive. I mean, it's crazy. So kudos to you, man. Like I said, I thought about you when I was gonna make this video, and I know you didn't stop chasing your dreams, man. You and your brother. And so like I said, I just wanted to go ahead and put this out there to you. Everybody, thank you so much for coming to the channel. I just wanted to just chat with you guys and talk to you guys because it was something that was on my mind. So if you like the video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you like the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, everybody. We're at almost 2,000 subscribers. Like I said before, stoked about it. And good times, everybody. So, and remember, everybody deployed. And I'm out.